Your Excellency, you spoke about due process not being followed, but what many Nigerians saw on that day when that primaries, when it was conducted, was that an election held, and the former Vice President of Nigeria, Atiku Abubakar, won the election, and he got the ticket, and you came second. Some critics would say that you are a sore loser, you're being a sore loser, and the question is, why do you find it so difficult to move on?
No. See, that's why they're making a mistake. First of all, this is my first time of contesting for presidential primaries. This is not the first time. I mean, this is my first time of contesting. And look at the challenge. How could I be a sore loser? If there was no that conspiracy at the dying minute, if the candidate knew there was a problem, and I said, if I was angry to that extent, I would have challenged it. But I wanted the survival of the party. Having allowed that, then other things came. Look, okay, now that this has happened, the issue of zoning was crucial. And I can tell you the truth. You know, when people do not know, thinking that because of a selfish interest, not knowing that it will affect the party negatively in future. When we met, most of all read the issue of zoning, which is provided in the constitution of the party. We said, look, the national chairman should move to the north. There was a fight. So the set up a committee to look into the zoning. At the end of the day, the zoning committee came up that look, the national chairman should go to the north. And that was applied. Now, when it came to the issue of presidency, they said, oh no, it should not be zoned. It should be allowed. Now, they set up a zoning committee to tell you that they were not sincere. The zoning committee had not come up. Unlike when they set up a zoning committee in the national chairmanship position, they went and bought forms. What is the implication? People have bought forms. What zoning are you talking about? We want to deny them their rights. So, the zoning committee was handicapped. It was intentionally done. And who masterminded all this? Or the so-called presidential candidate today. And when that happened, the national chairman, on his own volition, knowing that this has been the tradition of PDP, came up to say, if the presidential candidate emerges from my zone, I will resign. I will resign. Nobody forced him to say that, but he knew that yes, this had been the tradition.
Was this something that was agreed within the party, the national chairman saying that it was going to be
of course, take for example, something you know is a tradition of the party. The chairman goes here, the president candidate goes there. So that was why he made that to say, if the president candidate emerges from my zone, which he did not, I will resign. Meaning that the national chairman then should go to the south. Now, it has happened. The president can have emerged. Now, fulfill the promise you made. Oh no, there are a constitutional crisis. There is this and that. So look, this is not gentlemanly. That is not the way we are supposed to do. What are we telling Nigerians? We have not formed party. We have not formed government. We are emerging. We are violating our own constitutional provision by introducing what never or anybody contemplated. You now became a smarter person. That is not the way we should go. And that's what has led us to where we are today.
Your Excellency, are you angry with the choice your party made of who should be the presidential flag bearer of your party, Atiku Abubakar? You have accused him of being one of the masterminds, or if not the mastermind behind the zoning thing not working out in terms of who got the ticket to represent the party in the ballot.
Wait, what do you mean if I'm angry with him?
Are you angry with him? And let's be clear, you're accusing him of being the mastermind.
No, it's not a question of accusing him. He knows that he is the mastermind. He knows that because he believes that if he does not become president now, he will not become president. So to him, this is my last chance. So he did everything he could do to make sure. Okay, no problems. You have achieved whatever you wanted to achieve. Now put the party together for us to move forward and win the election, which is the ultimate. The ultimate is not somebody to be presidential candidate. The ultimate is that we have to win election. Because obviously as a party, you must have a presidential candidate. But you must have a presidential candidate that has to win the election. So what's my anger? He has emerged, whichever process he has emerged. But what follows that is, having emerged, fulfill what has been agreed, and being the covenant of the tradition of our party. When you hear people talk about constitutional provisions and this and that, it just gets me, I just get mad. I say, look, what kind of smartness is this?
Is that what is stopping you from supporting him in his bid to become the president of Nigeria? He said in a recent interview that he has met with you at least 5 times, both home and abroad, and you guys are still, on a stalemate.
With all due respect, when you say somebody has told lies, it looks as if, why did he say an elder told lies? To put it, okay, what he said is not correct. Totally not correct.
Never met with you one-on-one?
Let me tell you. Atiku Abubakar, I will say it clearly today. When he returned from Dubai, after the sojourn to Dubai, after the 2019 election, here I'm talking to you. Atiku Abubakar came with Mana Waziri, Dino Melaye, and some of them. Before even they talk about go and pick from or no pick from, he came here to see me. And while we have read the general talk, he said he wanted 2 of us to talk. As I speak to you, right inside that parlor, 2 of us were there. He said he came to see me, that I shouldn't be angry, that he traveled, and people are saying that, since after he traveled, no contact with people. And I said, well, let's not cry over the spilled milk. Yes, it's correct. I know the support I gave you. You never even called me on phone one day. My brother, thank you. Even if we didn't make it, I thank you for the support. I didn't support him in the primaries. I supported Aminu Tambuwa, Waziri Tambuwa. After that primary, that same day, Atiku came to see me in government house. I said, listen, you don't need to. I'm a PDP member. Let's move on. And I gave my words. And I did not only give my words, in terms of voting, APC never got 25% in 2019, even when the president is sitting. In terms of logistics, let any state challenge River State in terms of who contributed more. So I said, look, that is not fair. He said, okay, sorry. I said, okay, it's okay. He said, look, he wants to tell me that he wants to run. I said, well, that's not wrong. However, we in the South had agreed that the presidency should come to the South. So I cannot say I will support you, because that will be betraying the agreement we have reached in the South, whether you're APC or PDP or any party. So I cannot. And he agreed and left. So that is before election. In fact, before even the issue of primaries had come. This was more than 5 months to the primaries or whatever. The only time I saw Atiku in my house was in Abuja after the primaries on Saturday leading to Sunday. He came to my house on Monday morning. I was returning to Port Harcourt before the former Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Madam Bella Doki, called me that look, that Atiku wants to see me. I said, look, I'm heading to airport. He said, no, just give him, that's okay. I'll be leaving by 10:30. Luckily, around 10 to 10:30, I was about to, he came. He came in with some business people, some politicians. So he came there. I said, look, I have no problem. He said, okay, can we talk? We went to my office in my house in Abuja. You know, my anger, or one of the things that make me angry, I discuss with you, I respect you, you told me something, unknown to me, you are not sincere about it. There's nothing wrong in leadership. Just look, I don't think this can work now. I prefer it. Even the worst of it is that it came out from you voluntarily. Because when we sat down, he said, look, he has come to see me. I said, fine, what's the problem? He said, well, the primaries come and go. I said, no problem. I said, I know you thought I would go to court. I won't go to court. I don't want our party to die. Fine. He said, okay. He thinks that you have to go. I said, why? He said, yes, because it's not the tradition that the chairman and the presidential candidate should come from the same zone. You know, this is what I don't like in my life. At that level. When you now say, come back, I say, you know, so that was the only time Atiku came to see me after the primaries on Monday. The only time was in Jerry Gana's house, where Jerry Gana called me, pleaded with me. I should come to his house. I said, for what? He said, oh, the vice presidential candidate, he has also invited him. I said, okay, I will respect your come. I came. What do you want me to do? I need to walk. I said, look, sir, you are not sincere. You are not serious. You say unifier. How are you unified? You're a divider. You came to my state in one piece. You went and appointed presidential council members. You never wrote River State a letter to nominate, and we refused to nominate. All you did was to come to my state, divided my state, thinking that you have gotten the major people and made them presidential council members. You went ahead. A man that was expelled from the party, stamped by the court. The man is in Supreme Court now. You went and made him technical advisor. Now, in doing that, say the truth. Do you really want us to work together? You didn't stop there. You told people that after all, what is the governor of Rivers saying? All the leaders, elders have left him. I confronted him. I said, see, these are the things, some of the mistakes most of you make. That is what you, who's won the election, even if they have come to you, could you not have told them, this gentleman, I'm trying to say how me and your governor, you go after these primaries, there should be reconciliation and reconciliation. I told him that. Professor Jerry Gana is a living witness. He's alive. And he said, okay, we'll see. I know his modus operandi. They believe in black men. Propaganda. The next time we met, this I'm telling you, not that he came to my family, it's not correct. The governor of Adamawa State told us, my colleagues who believe in the same thing, that look, his order, who of course is their foreign state, he would want to talk to us as is it because we're in London, we want to say, our messenger want to say, is that why? He said, no, yeah, it's okay. We agreed. We didn't invite him to come to our hotel room. We went to his hotel, Hilton Jumeirah. We went to his hotel. Myself, the governor of Benue, the governor of Abia, the governor of Oyo, and the governor of Adamawa, and himself. Another person that was Senator Laka. What are the issues? We said, look, that's no big deal about this. You have emerged. We're not talking about presidential candidate again. All we're talking about, can we follow the tradition of our party and let the national chairman comply, fulfill his promise he made? He told us in that meeting that yes, he confronted the national chairman. And the national chairman said, yes, I said so. I say, if he has admitted, so what is holding up? So we agreed in that meeting. It's okay. Let us give him 1 week. We'll meet again. But as far as I is going to go, yes. Now, the modality of him going. Now, thinking that within that 1 week, he will call us back as promised. These are governors. For Christ's sake, we're not houseboys. For Christ's sake, he did not sponsor our election. For Christ's sake, he didn't give me 1 naira since I started on election in 1999. So it's not that I owe. I'm paying back. No. He did not pay my F ticket to come there. Out of wanting to make peace, we sponsored ourselves and came there. We were waiting within that 1 week. He didn't call us. All we had, he made a statement that no, there are constitutional impediments and therefore you cannot go. What? This was somebody we sat with, agreed on something, asked his governor, Omar Fintri, asked him.
So this is part of what is making you angry and causing
Not only angry,
because it didn't fulfill the promise.
Yes, the problem, you want to assume leadership at this level. And at this low level, you sat with people, agreed on something with people. Part of leadership qualities, look, hey, I may be wrong, but gentlemen, I have made this commitment. Gentlemen, having made this commitment, I may be wrong, I may be right. But if he believes in me, why not agree with me? This is the commitment I've made. Now, they started bringing all kinds of, and I laugh. And I say, listen, we're talking about election. We're not talking about primaries. And people begin to talk about, it's a bad loser, is this. For Christ's sake, look, if I feel that pain, just like they did, when they were angry in the party, they left the party. Mention anybody around him today. Mention all the spokespersons around him today who never left this party because of one anger or the other. Mention. Even there are people whom I hear when I watch on television.
Is that something you're
even
considering to leave the party?
No, the point I'm making. If you think that I'm that kind of bad loser that I can't take it, just like then, I would have left the party. They did it. If, for example,
but is that in the cards for you to leave the party because you're obviously aggrieved and offended?
No, the point I'm making, because of my love for the party, that's why I'm saying the party. Ordinarily, if I'm that so angry, like they did, like when he was even the vice president of Olusegun Obasanjo, he ran under ACN, he left the party PDP. Yes, he came back to PDP, he ran for primary, he went to APC. So I would have asked that too. Even the fraudulent way, the primary way, should have used as a reason. I said, look, no, I've left the party. But I said no. This is the party I've committed myself. This is the party I've supported. And you cannot, simply because I want peace. You can't say because I love the party. And they begin to trample upon us to say we are nobody. That's certainly not acceptable. What have we not done to say we want peace? You only say lies to the public. You don't want to tell the public, look, this was the actual thing that happened. Even when President Jonathan was elected as the presidential candidate of PDP 2014 into 2015, as a sitting president, let them deny it never happened. A sitting president went to London at the Chester Hotel to plead with Atiku Abubakar. Look, there's no need. You were vice president under this party. Yes, one or two may have happily left the party. You came back again. Now, please, you know the condition I gave him. He should relinquish his mandate. That's the only way. This is a sitting president in the Chester Hotel in London. I've said it severally. Can somebody come out and deny it?
Your Excellency, you talk about peace, you talk about unity in the party, you talk about how it is your utmost desire for the party to win. But you lead a group called the G5 governors, the integrity group. Don't you think that is counterproductive? And some will even say it's better for you to leave the party than to lead a group that is openly not in tandem with what the party wants.
No, you're wrong. We're not like them. We can't leave our house to armed robbers. We won't do that. It's the house we built. We can't leave it for who? No way.
But it now seems that you are further divided.
It was peace. Doesn't come in. There must be peace. There must be peace. We will not leave this party. For example, I don't lead the G5. Our leader is the governor of Benue State. Right? We cannot leave this party. We cannot do it. We are not like them. We will stay inside this house and fight. And we know they have no choice but to allow peace to reign.
So just to be clear, Your Excellency, what is the goal of the G5 governors? What do you want to achieve?
Fairness and justice. That is what our party is talking about. That is what we are telling Nigerians.
And what would they need to do, the party and the presidential?
Let the national chairman resign and allow the South to take their chairman. That's only, it's not a question of, look, we have never told him one day, we need this. We don't do that. We have never told him, give ministerial this, give this and this board. We have never, and we won't do it.
And how do you respond to people that say, if you think on, coming out again or, doing other things in terms of politics, this move that you are taking, you're a very vocal part of the G5 governors, is tantamount to political suicide. How do you respond?
What suicide? Who are those? What is their political status? What is their that's why you see newspaper media houses, people give a lot of people publicity that they don't deserve. Who are these people? They are the ones born to decide what your fate will be. You see, that it is, they say political suicide. What the hell are they to decide you are committing political suicide? They are the ones that decide who is committing political suicide or not. You see, that is what we must break in this country. I will not be a party to that blackmail. Nobody will tell me that. Nobody. Nobody was born to rule this state or this country than any other person. So if anybody tells you, yeah, committing political suicide, who is that person? Who told him that or her that what they are doing, they are not committing political suicide? What kind of arrogance is that? Because I'm saying that what you are doing is wrong. Correct what you are doing. Because I don't accept what you are talking about, it means I'm committing political suicide. I mean, that is rubbish. Balderdash. Complete rubbish.
Your Excellency, who is your presidential candidate for the 2023 election?
Why are you in a hurry? Why are you in a hurry?
We are in January. You said you
January. Did I tell you January 4th? Did I tell you January 10th? Did I tell you January 16th? You people are just, calm down. We are all politicians. We all have our own political strategies.
election is about the month away.
Oh, what is wrong even in who told you that 24 hours nothing can happen in politics? Who told you that? Who told you that? You see, I don't work as an individual. You know what people don't understand? If you know what they call guerrilla warfare, there are different strategies of guerrilla warfare. There are different strategies of going to war. What you see today is not what you see tomorrow. I laugh at them when they say, oh, we're in touch with social governor. I laugh. Watch what is going to happen.
We've had several of the candidates come to, visit you. We've heard you've had meetings with several of them.
Yes, yes.
The candidate of the Labour Party and also Rabiu Kwankwaso. We also heard, this is not confirmed, that you also had a meeting with the candidate of the APC.
No. People are not saying the truth. People tell lies a lot. Before now, remember, we have said we met with Obi and Obasanjo in London that time. We also met with Tinubu. We also met with Atiku. We also met with I also met with Kwankwaso. Whether you like it or not. Not this one they are saying that recently that we met in London and Kensington that we did not agree. So all kinds of blackmail and this. Each time they see with the G5 go out, they will say it's a meeting. We go to Spain, it's a meeting. You go to Turkey, it's a meeting. You go, it's a meeting. So even when you're with your family, it's a meeting.
So you are undecided? You have not decided?
It's not a question about undecided. That is left for me and my people.
One of your G5 governors have clearly shown support for the candidate of the Labour Party, that's the governor of Benue State.
Yes.
He has is declared his support for the candidate of the Labour Party.
You people misinterpret what he said. The man went to see him. What is wrong? He said, look, you're a good candidate. Is it because it's not his party? So it's only anybody who's in your party that's only good. Well, he said, look, you're a good candidate. Unfortunately, if I was in your party, I would have supported you. But I'm in PDP. What is the endorsement there? I don't understand. All you should have told him, get out, you're not a good candidate. Don't come here again. That's what, these are the kind of position. A governor for almost 8 years. So if Obi comes to me and I say, look, you're a presidential material, does that mean an endorsement? For Christ's sake, you will know. It's not hidden. It will not be hidden. You will know. I'm not running away. You should know me very well. There are strategies in everything you do. We have strategies. Do this now. Do this tomorrow. Do this the next 1 week. Everything will be coming up. So don't rush. Even if it is, then it doesn't matter. But the point I'm trying to tell you, PDP should have the opportunity. There will come a time the door will be shut. And nothing. If heaven will come down, let it come down. I have told you, look, if that day heaven will come down, the heaven will come down. Let us see heaven come down.